Hey, what's up, you guys? Willie Jacob here to bring you my review of this week's episode of Riverdale on the CW, which was episode 6 of season 2, also called Chapter 19, and the episode title was Death Proof. So, this aired just last night, so I wanted to get to it as quick as I could because Riverdale is one of my main, honestly, one of my main enjoyments, and I don't know if I should say passions, but let's just say I thoroughly enjoy Riverdale. Somehow, some reason, it just works for me. This episode, I didn't like it quite as much as last week's, but that's only because I thoroughly enjoyed the ass kicking that Veronica and the others delivered to Nick. But this episode is still pretty good, although I would have liked Hiram and Hermione just to find a way to kill Nick. Him being in an automobile accident and laid up in the hospital for how many months is pretty. It's nice, but I think Hiram should have just had him killed. That would have been better. But I still like how they were willing to do something like that after they had heard that Veronica was almost a victim, like Cheryl almost was. But Veronica, of course, had fended him off. I still would like Nick to die, please. But either way, I don't think I'm going to be seeing him again for a while, if ever. Things are continuing to break down with, Southside, the Serpents and the Ghoulies. So Jughead is trying to find a way to do that because, it's his dad wanted to sit back and let whatever happens happen, or whatever's going to happen. So him and Archie actually go to the prison, or the jail, and they actually talk to FP. It was good to see FP again. Veronica's my number one, but after that, it's definitely Jughead and FP for me. I just think Skeet Ulrich is a really, really talented actor. I loved his arc in season 1. So it's always good to see him in this. He's got to be released at some point, right? So I get advice from him on how to handle it, and he brings up, the illegal racing thing. So I like that, although I wish the race wasn't stopped. It made sense that it was, and Archie, had tried to find a way to put a different stop to the Ghoulies instead of having it all risked like that. Dividing control and everything like that. So the Ghoulies, or most of them anyway, are taken in by, Sheriff Keller and the others. And Betty, meanwhile, is still, getting calls from the Black Hood. And, her and Veronica are still on edge with each other, and I don't blame Veronica for still, holding something against her for the way Betty just went off on her last week, even though it was kind of forced, by the Black Hood. I'm definitely more on Team Veronica's side here. I always am, but here, especially. Not really a big Betty fan, honestly, but, I do like the acting performance Lily Reinhardt, gives each week. She is pretty good. The whole cast is, really. And I also think, I can't pronounce her name, forgive me, Madeline, I think her name is, who plays Cheryl. She's been doing some of her best this week, along with, what Cheryl went through at the end of last season, with the ice and everything. She's trying to, sort of deflect, how much what Nick almost did to her is affecting her, but we see her break down a couple times, and we see her eventually going to her mother to try and figure out who this sugar man is that the Black Hood wants, and he's trying to get Betty to figure it out. They're also trying to use it as a setup to maybe try and get closer to the Black Hood, perhaps. Turns out the sugar man, there have been many of them, but in a rare moment of Cheryl and her mother connecting, she actually tells Cheryl who the current sugar man is, and that's one of the teachers at Southside who Jughead had been connecting with and had been writing the paper for. It's not like a major shock. I'm like, I can't believe it's him, but it wasn't one of them that I was expecting either when they started talking about the sugar man. So that was alright. Still good to see a hot dog around as well. And as far as like the Jughead and Tony romance, which again I didn't mind. They felt like more kindred spirits than, Jughead and Betty have to me, but, she easily seen that, Jughead's still not over Betty, and Betty again is very vague with Jughead this week, but said, eventually they'll talk and everything, and it wasn't really him. And it appears like they worked things out by the end of the episode. But Tony and the others are taken in by Keller, earlier in the episode, because of a surprise raid on the school, which was unfortunate to see. And it seems like, I forget his name, but the right hand that FP left with Jughead, the older guy with the longer hair and the goatee and everything. Yeah, it seems like he's trying to take things a little bit far, so that's why I really want FP to get out of jail and start, settling things down. But I thought that was fine. It seems like Betty has a notch or two over the Black Hood now. Basically, I think kind of channeling her dark Betty side, perhaps. Saying she figured out who killed Jason Blossom, and she figured out who the Sugar Man is. Now she's going to be able to find the Black Hood and have him taken care of. So, again, I'm not a big Betty fan, so I don't fully buy into her whole act there for some reason, but I'm still wondering how long it's going to take to figure out who the Black Hood is. I'm guessing it might be a mid-season thing, perhaps. I don't think they're going to drag it out all the way to their 22 episodes this year. There are going to be some fallout from it, which is fine, but I hope they don't take the full season for it. But yeah, I like this episode. Like I said, not as good as last week. I'm still giving it about a 9 out of 10. And I'm sure there's other little things about the episode that I could talk about, so feel free to comment. And I would just like to talk about Riverdale a little more with you guys, so by all means, comment. So follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Oh, still here?